Alright, y'all, we back with the three truths, and we hitting y'all with another one. What we got on the docket today, y'all? Alright, so y'all hear about what's going on with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson?
Yeah. When you that famous, you gotta really be watching yourself, and you can't just allow. You gotta be really cautious about certain things that you do for in public. You can't just move and do certain acts and think you're gonna be treated like a regular person. For once you have that high level of fame, especially like how The Rock got it, how Dwayne Johnson has it, you're a publicly known figure across the country. So it's like and outside the country. So it's all alleged. Ain't nothing confirmed yet, but allegedly he's getting hit with a $3 billion, you know what I'm saying, charge, and it's like kidnapping charge. And what do you look like as The Rock doing kidnapping somebody? You just blew a deal with Disney, allegedly blew a deal with Disney, and now they had to terminate you because of said charge. Like you just got as celebrities or whoever that's known, you just gotta do better for it. For real. You can't. Yeah, you can't afford to slip up
You,
because that slip up could just lead to everything being crumbled, everything's in shambles. Now you back being a regular person or try to regain your old clout.
and I feel you, and I just gotta say, Disney cuts everybody because when Johnny Depp went to court proceedings, they basically said he was an unfit husband and shit, beating on his wife and shit. And when he won the case, Disney tried to buckle and freaking come back to him. He said, "Nah, I'm good."
And the fact that that's a whole nother situation in itself, because
So
the fact that she got her job back instantly within the next year with no kind of real penalty is ridiculous. Because if that was Johnny Depp, he would have been out of here. It would have been no more movie roles. That would have just been the end of Johnny Depp's career.
yep,
He's the man. He's the woman beater. Throw him to the wolves. He's out of here. But her, within 2 or 3 months later of the next year, she's gonna be in Aquaman 2 or 3 or whatever. I don't even want to watch the movie for real because of that shit.
hmm
Because it's like she could be replaceable. It's not like she a household name. She's an alright actor. She ain't like really a great actor like that. But it just lets you know what the
the world
what
is.
America and what the world really feels about a man versus a woman. Even when you're right, you're wrong, and for a female, even though you're wrong, you still right.
Yes, that's literally the
Crazy.
standpoint that old heads been telling everybody for years, and they still holds true because all them old heads is in charge.
And that shit just makes me feel like bad in a sense because the kids that's coming up now, I remember how school was. School was just everybody was equal, everybody learning the same thing, but now with all the anti-misogynistic like teachings and all the pronouns and all everything that's going on right now in school that's presented to these kids is just gonna confuse them come when they gotta get older and when they gotta see the real world for what it is. They're
Yes,
gonna be so confused, boys and girls. Girls are gonna be taught to get a man that only has money, and the boys are gonna be taught to either be in the streets, be a gangster or a fake gangster or whatever, or just to be. And I'm not down to nobody, but I'm just saying, or be gay, one or the other one. It ain't a straight clear. This is you. This is what you want to do. Situation no more.
no, it's just gearing people to be taught, and this is why I gotta say this on this point. The reason they were doing it, they said they wanted to teach people early not to have hate or prejudice towards this, that, and the third. But at the same time, that's too young. They don't need to be knowing that. Why are you telling them about this shit in elementary school? Like you're trying to push sex ed of trans,
Mm,
bisexual, gay, everything at a young age in preschool
non-binary.
and all of that. And that's too young to even go to schools. Like, no, no, I would say you can teach that eighth grade, last year in middle school, going into high school, you can teach that. But elementary and beginning of middle school, that's dead. No, that's dumb.
That shit reminds me of a video I saw last night. of a it was this guy, and he had like his 2-year-old outside with him outside his door. It was this old lady, elderly woman, and she was telling him why shouldn't the girl dressed in like a blue or different colors other than pink. The father's like, my daughter likes pink. That I don't find that a problem to put my daughter in pink. But she like, oh, she could wear other colors, with the both the sexes being more liberated and to do this and do that. You don't want to confuse her coming up and have her think she has to be a girly girl. What if she ends up being lesbian or whatever she wants to be in life? You don't want to confuse her, but like the guy said, she's 2 years old. You trying to condition my kid earlier on in life to be a certain way for what?
All I can say is that he literally said to her, "My daughter likes pink. She can be gay, lesbian, whatever, trans, and still like fucking pink.
Right.
So it don't matter. It's a fucking color. It's honestly it's just a color."
And the fact that you're trying to indoctrinate somebody's child to be something earlier on in their lives, only at 2 years old, is ridiculous.
And my thing is, 80% of the people that are trying to talk haven't even figured out what they want to do with their own damn life.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. So it's like for the mothers that's prepping their kids to be a certain way. Like I've seen it all the time. Females nowadays will dress their kids like the niggas that they like, but they know ain't good for them. So just
mhm.
to prep them up and just for them to get older and thinking that's how they have to be in life to survive and get play and all this other shit, when it really isn't. You could just be yourself, whatever you want, but people are slowly but surely not gonna want to be themselves, or if they want to be themselves, they're gonna have a fake idolization of what they are, who they are, and then just follow that. And it ain't really being themselves; it's being what they saw on social media, or what they heard somebody else say.
So you're agreeing with what I said previously in other videos that everybody is conditioning their kids to lose their individuality.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just need an extra
People not
cosign
gonna
on
really
that.
say it. People not really gonna admit it or anything, but that's just really what it is now. But people, it's not popular to admit that though.
It's really not, and shit, like nobody wants to admit they wrong.
What you think, Josh?
I mean, overall, the way I see it, I feel like, especially with D Wade, like him letting his daughter, like, well, not his daughter, let me apologize, let his son change to become a daughter. I feel like, kids at a certain age, they don't even know who they are yet,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
especially to be young enough to make the decisions that they know what they want to do and they know what they want to be. It's different for somebody being 5 or 6 saying they want to be a chef or a lawyer than somebody saying, yeah, I don't want to be the way God created me. I've lived this life for 6, 7, 8 years, and I realized that I want to be the opposite. You know what I mean? Mm, the easiest way I could put it without getting myself canceled is I just feel like the last 7, 8 years it's just been this agenda to push kids to question their sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
100%. And I'm trying to figure out why. Because number one, why are you teaching these kids this stuff at such a young age? You're putting it in all the cartoons nowadays. Like, come on, we understand that you guys don't want to have a movement. Y'all want to be out there. Y'all want to be known. But at the same time, why are you bringing it to the infants?
Early on in life.
Like, why? There's no need for it. Like, I can understand if they're past 13 years old. Okay, cool. You can teach them about the birds and the bees and the XYZ. You can teach them that at when they hit puberty. But before then, when kids can just get a ball and go play, why are y'all trying to teach them this shit then? There's no need for it.
Masculizing men, I mean women, and feminizing men. And it's like, why? I don't know, man. It's just society in itself has just gotten to a point where it's like everyone's idea has to be heard, and the people that feel like they're being put down, that's already winning, they feel like they're being put down, and now they have to push their messages even harder. in the form of movies, TV shows, cartoons, whatever they could get their hands on, ads on the internet, so you could constantly see that shit like just everywhere, so it could be brainwashed and hypnotized into your brain that that's how life should be. You should see life as a rainbow.
So how do you feel about Blueface, telling Krishan when she was pregnant in her early stages that he wasn't going to be a father, to abort the baby, and if you bring this child into the world, you're going to be a single mother, like doing it on your own, sitting in the house. How do you feel about that whole situation? Do you feel as though
I mean, what
he's
do you
at,
expect?
like, do you feel as not, all right, let me put it like this. Not your opinion on them as the person. The opinion of the aspect of a man and a woman laying together and a man telling the woman, I don't want nothing to do with the kid soon as he finds out that the woman's pregnant. Do you feel as though the man is do you feel as though the man is wrong for saying that? Or do you feel as though the woman is wrong for trying to force a man to be a part of something that he doesn't want to be a part of? That whole have a baby and they'll keep the nigga around mindset.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not just gonna put it on one sex. I'm gonna just put it on both. That's a both person situation. It's the female's fault for laying down. You ain't gonna tell me you're not gonna lay down with somebody and have a. You don't even have to have a clear idea on what they are. Like you could just get a hint of what kind of person that they are and how they moving off of the bare minimum of what they say to you. And for the female side, with the female I just said, and the men's side, he's wrong for just putting his penis in a woman and then already letting her know I'm not gonna do nothing for this child that's gonna be born, even though you could have said that shit in the beginning and let them know, hey, if I nut in you, I'm not gonna be there for you once that child is in the process of being born. I'll pay for the abortion though, but just I'm not. And if you chose to keep it, just don't expect me to come around and be daddy to that kid, even though it's mine. I'm not doing it. I find both sides wrong for that because you as the man could have let her know to give her a clear idea, and you as the woman could have let him know you're not going for it. And if he gave you red signs, you could have pulled back from that situation knowingly that he ain't shit. So it's both sides wrong in my opinion.
100%. And I'm gonna elaborate on what you're saying because I agree with you. For me, I'm more of a conservative person because I had two miscarriages in my life. I missed the chance to be a father twice now. So I wouldn't say that to a woman. If you're gonna have my kid, I'll accept it because I was the dumb one that didn't put a condom on.
Right,
So I'll accept me and I'll accept my child. If we don't work out, I'm still gonna ride for my kid.
right.
But saying that, I'm sorry. I'm like, hey, that just sounds like some corny nigga shit to me.
It is.
And for women trying to, I literally gotta say this all the time. Like I say this all the time. It's been said so many times by a lot of people. A kid's not gonna make a man stay. It's not. A child is not gonna make the person stay. If you were already just there for sex, just because you got pregnant, don't mean you're gonna stay. Really not.
And a lot of females that think that shit are prime time delusional. They'll really think as long as I have this nigga's baby, he's gonna stay with me. We're gonna be a family, and everything's gonna go right. We're gonna ride off to the sunset. He's gonna drop his side bitches for me. I don't gotta hit other niggas no more. I have a happy family. And then when you discover that that nigga don't want no parts of you or that child, now you're gonna be stuck with the shit face. Like, damn, what the fuck? That just fucked up my whole plan. Now you got to start off from from the starting board and try to find a nigga that's gonna be stepdaddy to those kids. And for the niggas that do, I give it up to you. You got that shit. But me, I'm not depending on the female. I'm not paying. I'm not about to be nobody's fucking stepdad. Like I'm not. I'm not about to sit here and take care of another man's responsibility. Even though the women that'll probably hear this shit like, what's wrong with being a stepfather? You're helping. You're giving acts of service of taking care of somebody else's child. I don't give a fuck. That's not my sperm. That's not my seed. I'm not doing that. So you need to find you, like I give the advice that I give every woman that tells me that you need to find a nigga, that a really good simp nigga that has no kind of drive or want to do anything but want to fuck with you and will take the burden of your child.
He was on Instagram basically saying like, he said he was talking to her, trying to pick her brain, and she told him that allegedly she wanted to be on the Baddies East some shit, and he was like, "How are you gonna go on the show and you're having a child?"
Pregnant, yeah.
And her answer was like,
I'm
"The
getting a
show,
bag, nigga.
like the show gonna be ready by the time I have the kid." So Blueface was like, "All right, who gonna watch the kid?" She like, "Nigga, you gonna watch the kid." He's just on some shit like, "I already told you the abort mission. It's you 20 weeks pregnant. You still out here twerking and drinking." And then earlier, he posted on his stories. This bitch tried to burn his plaques. She damn near burned half the fucking house down.
Toxic.
She unplugged the Wi-Fi, thinking the Wi-Fi was gonna make the smoke detector go off. Like she literally was
Toxic.
literally like top delusional, and it's like he's telling her what it is, but in her brain she thinks she gonna have this kid, she gonna go on the show, and everybody else just gonna watch her. Blueface, he's just gonna step
He's
up and
gonna
be
be
the
the
father
daddy.
that he's supposed to be, and I'm just looking at it like
Nah.
I don't know. It's like that. Just looking at that situation unfold the way it is, and it's like she's so gun ho to be like, I'm not getting rid of this kid. Like I'm gonna make sure I push out one of your kids, and nigga, you're gonna be obligated. And what is he doing? He is just sitting on IG, with different bitches every day, just not giving a fuck. So it's like I'm not saying he's right,
No,
but he
that's
gave
another
her a
one.
way out.
That's another thing. You cannot expect no nigga to change just because he's having a baby. That shit works for certain niggas. Niggas that will take that job seriously, take that title of being a father seriously, like I did. But you got other niggas that will see that shit and be like, okay, bitch, that's not my problem. You carrying that kid, not me. I'm chilling. And a nigga like Blueface, I don't know the nigga personally, but just from seeing what I seen of him on social media, he don't seem like that kind of nigga that's just gonna stop what he's doing just to be a daddy and shit. Like I'm not saying he don't got love for his kids because he does have kids prior to this one with Krishan, and like
And he definitely did give one of his sons $1,000 for his birthday.
yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say the nigga's not a good father. I'm not gonna say that shit at all. But she's seeing it like I want you to be like on some stay at home, take care of the kids type of father.
That's not his type.
And that's not his type. Like he's making a bag of himself. He's in these boxing matches. He still drops music here and there. He has shit going on.
The
So you
bad
can
thing, like my fault.
nah.
The bad thing about it all is that he's letting her know that he's not going to change. And that's the one thing I can give Blueface. He's telling her straight up what it is. I'm not going to be there. Need to get rid of that kid. I would never wife, and my bitch would not be out here 20 weeks pregnant, out here twerking, shaking butt on schoolyard. Like he's letting it be known. So I'm not saying he's right.
And he said that shit before. Like
I'm just
you
Right.
my
letting. I just
soulmate.
respect. Like
Not
I
my
just
soulmate.
respect it because it's like with her getting her tooth out, putting his face on her tooth, all this shit that's going on. The reason why I'm bringing it up as a topic is because a lot of people relate to this shit as a love language.
And that's
And I feel
crazy.
like that's
It's
why they get as much popularity as they get because it's a lot of women that are in abusive relationships. It's a lot of women that are with men that talk down on them. So when they see Blueface and
And vice
Krishan,
versa.
they look at them like, damn, it ain't just me. I ain't the only one that like toxic niggas. I ain't the only one that punch a nigga in his mouth and then fuck him with the black eye. Like, they feel like they're not alone in this shit. And in my opinion, it's sending the wrong message because this generation is getting the vibe that love language is a
Fucking
man
the other one up.
a man putting his hands on you, a woman picking glass out your fucking scalp because she just banged you in the head with a bottle, setting your platinum plaques on fire. It's
That
like
reminds me of a video. This whole conversation reminds me of a video that I saw this morning of a girl basically having, I'm not gonna say a panic attack, but she just basically snapped on a nigga and she just basically put the knife, had a big ass kitchen knife, put it towards his head like stop fucking playing with me. and he's leaking on the side of his head and leaking on his throat because she's like lightly stabbed him in his neck, and he just going arguing with the bitch instead of just like leaving. So like in my head, that's just saying
Stockholm syndrome goes both ways.
that's just saying like that shit is okay, and that shit from my mouth, that shit is not okay. Toxic relationships is not okay. Don't be out here trying to hurt the other one, trying to tell them that's how you love them. Because that shit is not love. If they ended up dying, how the fuck is that love? In my opinion. Because, fuck. And that's what we pushing as a people now. We pushing that toxicity is what's okay. That's the love of the world. And if you're not on that shit, then you're boring.
So what do you feel as though in that situation, as toxic as it's been, as much, shit we didn't see, and the reason why we discussing this right now is because they put their entire life on social media for us to see and talk about.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we digging, looking for it, or they posting secret videos that, like, this nigga Blueface already squared up with his own fam about Krishan.
Mm-hmm.
Krishan already put hands on, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Blueface sleep Krishan Rock dad?
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was video recorded.
Yep.
Krishan, Blueface own fan was like, yo, bro, you need to That nigga squared up with his own brother about it. Now on Schoolyard, she goofy. It's like I don't. But one thing I can say that I've realized about Blueface is he gaslights her too much.
Yeah.
He gaslights her. Like, y'all never dig that goofy bit. Like, bro, you probably was just fucking her a couple. You can't do that. Like, you can't,
You probably just dumped it in 5 minutes before you posted it.
like, you can't sit there and gaslight her to crash out, and then when she crash out, hey, look at this goofy bitch burning my shit up. Yeah, this your first time burning shit, huh? You gaslighting her. Like,
shit goes both ways. They both bring out the worst out of each other just for popularity and attention. And then once people start eating that shit up, now you're gonna have every relationship, every household moving the same way, traumatizing each child and having them grow up to be traumatized and fucked up and even worse.
The unfortunate reality is that they could really be doing all this, and all this could be a play just for her to have the baby, and they sitting there all in the group picture laughing at the boxing match. I'm not saying I think he lying, but this could be a play. Because if this was a play, they getting a lot of publicity for this shit. A whole lot.
I already see her being with him, even though he said all of that shit.
But as many times he's putting shit on Schoolyard, I think he really don't want no baby with this bitch. Unless if he really does love her and he does care about her, and he's doing all this for publicity, he needs to go to act. He needs to be in movies. Like, he needs to be an actor. Because this nigga got me convinced that he hates this bitch. And he might truly love her.
No, in my opinion, I'm like, you not gonna sleep a woman dead if you don't love her.
We did say in the other videos that a man can't have relations with a woman and not have feelings for her. So I can't let us contradict ourselves.
No, I'm talking about his actions. His words is one thing. Yeah, his words is catching you, making you think he don't care about it, but his actions is a different word.
So you saying that he's saying, fuck you, I'll never wife a bitch. So, like, he's saying that.
Say he pump faking.
Yes. You saying that he's saying that so other people don't believe how much he care about her?
Yes. That's what it's looking like. Because you're slumping. You square with your own family. You square up with her family and slump her dad. You out here, nigga, you knocked her up. You still fucking her, but you want to put smut on her name.
And try to ugly her up so other niggas don't want to touch her and shit.
Yes.
Because that's what they said he told her. That's why he told her to take the tooth out when she got his face on a new tooth and shit. Just to keep her looking like crazy so other niggas wouldn't want to touch her. Because when that whole shit with Lil Baby being in her DMs and shit, allegedly being in her DMs, that I guess that kind of made him pissed off. Like, fuck. Yes. I'm putting her out in the public to like not look good, and other niggas want her around. Like, she was at the Diddy party and shit in the backyard. She was with Rick Ross. She was around all these big name celebrities that's bigger than him, and he probably like, damn, what the fuck going on? I don't want her for the world. She's just supposed to be my crazy ass bitch on my side.
Again, he is just possessive. Like when you got something you really like and you don't want no one else to fuck with it, you be like, that ain't nothing, bro. That just something corny sitting in the corner. That's literally how a lot of people carry it.
That's a different type of possessive. Cause
Like that's how he's treating her.
with Youngboy and shit, I could I could see why people say he's a possessive nigga. Because every girl he gets with seriously, they always got to be more covered up, more not antisocial, but more like quieter and shit, and just be at be on their p's and q's when they're regarding Kentrell. So you can see it on his wife, Lane or
Yes,
fiance Lena. You can see it on her. Old pictures of her. She used to be dressing more provocatively, but since she been fucking with Youngboy, she be wearing a lot of sweatsuits. She don't show no cleavage, and you only really see her when it's regarding his children. So that's a different kind of possessive versus Blueface possessive.
there's two different ways because, like I said, it's toxic possessive and it's the moral possessive.
Y'all tell me if I'm delusional or if I'm wrong for this.
Go for it.
I feel like it's only been one motherfucker that I said. Let me speed it up. Let me rewind back. It's only been one motherfucker that I seen on this social media shit that when they said they was unbothered and they wasn't bothered, I believe it. I'm gonna give y'all two guesses of who y'all think I'm talking about. What celebrity do y'all see? Well, not now, but what celebrity have y'all seen? Because if I give y'all a hint, y'all gonna know who I'm talking about. What celebrity have y'all seen that y'all feel as though when they be saying they not bothered and they unbothered, they truly mean that shit?
Two.
Two. I'll give you two guesses. Because if I say, like I said, because if I say the hint, y'all gonna like if I say the hint, y'all gonna know who it is. So I'm gonna tell y'all the hint after y'all say the two guesses.
I can only think of I, I can only think of two nonchalant niggas, Cole and Kendrick.
Okay, you got any two or you can't think any side?
I can't think of any.
All right. Who's the nigga that was out here encouraging everybody to burn seeds?
What was his name?
R&B nigga.
I forgot his name.
Had a classic movie in 03, 04.
Sorry.
You're close.
Mm.
His name begins with a O.
Omarion?
Oh, Mario.
Omarion's the only nigga on social media that when I see him say he was unbothered and he wasn't bothered, I believe him. Reason why
I
I'm
agree.
the reason why I'm bringing this up is because when I see Youngboy, when I see Durk, God rest the dead, when I seen Von, Blueface, these niggas that's trying to show social media they're not bothered, I feel like they the ones that's bothered the most
Yes.
because they have to validate to themselves that they're okay. If you was good, you wouldn't need to go on social media every day and say fuck you, I don't need you niggas, I'm good. You're bothered. You're triggered. Some was said, some article or some went up that made you feel like you're bothered. And I'm not saying it's a problem to be bothered, but I got a problem with niggas saying they unbothered and they good and they ain't phased and them niggas is shook the fuck up. At least keep it real. You know what I mean? I ain't saying you supposed to look weak, but I just hate going on social media and seeing niggas on the gram keep yelling and screaming how much money they got, how much jewelry they got, they good, they not unbothered, but you're in a 17-bedroom mansion with nobody else in it.
They're selling the public a false
Profit.
reality, a
It's how they
reality
stay
that they
relevant.
don't even live.
It's how
Like
they stay relevant to
like
me.
another nigga I could have said, but I don't see him really on no shit no more. But Kodak. Now
Yeah.
he was at a point where he was taking shots at a lot of people for damn near no fucking reason. And that just pointed out to me that you're really bothered. A lot of these niggas that's rappers and shit are bothered of certain shit. Like with
I personally, I don't feel like them. The only time I feel like Kodak was doing the wild shit was when he said he'll fuck Young and May. That was some wild shit. But the shit where he felt like,
and the fuck Nipsey Hussle thing.
yeah, I can't. That's equivalent to when Yachty said he don't listen to Biggie or Pop. I'm not saying Kodak wasn't tripping. Certain moments though, I felt like his voice and his opinion was valid. When he was going at Young Boy or whatever, I feel like I felt what Kodak was saying. Kodak was pretty much saying, yo, I was putting the money to my arm. I was doing the fucking like I was doing all that before Youngboy, before Pooh Shiesty. But when these niggas do it, y'all
I
love it.
do it.
But when I
Yeah.
did it, it wasn't cool. When I did my little song, y'all fuck with it. But then when Cardi did the Bodak Yellow, y'all made it seem like that I wasn't the original. And I understand because he went to jail and people forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
He came out, they thought he was cloned. Trump got him out, and he was
Mm-hmm.
so you know what I mean. So I felt like Kodak feelings was hurt because he was the originator that started all
A
this
lot
shit,
of shit.
and he ain't get his fucking flowers. Same way with Soldier Boy. I don't think Soldier
We
Boy
ain't
is
even talk
crazy,
about Soulja Boy.
but he do crazy shit. But I don't think Soldier Boy is as crazy as people say he is.
He's not
Is
I
he?
don't
crazy.
think
He
Is
so.
just wants attention that he used
yeah?
to
Is he
get.
gonna go out and
Yes.
say fuck you and then promote his new game? Yeah, he
Yeah.
gonna do it, but he did start this YouTube shit. Like I'm not
Yes.
gonna
Yeah.
act like he didn't. Like I'm not gonna make it seem like he wasn't the first motherfucker wearing Bape and niggas was saying, what the fuck is you wearing? They fake Air Force Ones. Not everybody's wearing Bape.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye to me is not crazy. Does he have his moments? Yes. But I don't know. The people that a lot of people try to say he crazy, he did. I don't think they crazy. I just think they misunderstood. And
100%.
then they do certain stuff where it's like Kanye saying he ain't never met a hoe that he didn't wife. I can't defend that. Like certain shit I
Yeah.
can't defend. I'm riding with Trump 2024. I can't stand with that neither. So I don't want nobody thinking I ride with stuff that Kanye say. I'm just not gonna be that motherfucker that say he crazy and he need to be in the little arm joint bouncing
Institution.
off four
Straight
walls
jacket.
like off Good Burger. I don't
Yeah.
think he's there. I feel like he just misunderstood and people don't want to get to slavery. You could have died about that shit if you really didn't want to do it. So as fucked up as it sounds, in a way it was a choice. I'm not agreeing with it though, but in a way it was a choice. It just wasn't a choice the way people was making it like, oh yeah, you didn't have to be a slave. Y'all just chose it. No, I feel like he was just trying to say y'all had the choice to either be a slave or just come together and be like, I'll die about this shit, and y'all just chose to say, fuck it, I'ma just do this so I can survive. Nothing wrong with that. Still a choice. But y'all didn't have a choice far as in y'all couldn't just go and be free. Y'all did not have that choice. Y'all did not have that option.
And the thing with
Unless they
that,
broke away and then went down south to where it was cool for, you know what I mean?
and the thing with that is,
Down south was worse.
I feel like if you look back in history, like 400 years ago, when they got all the slaves in Africa and brought them here, there was a greatly more amount of Africans that they took on the slave ship. So could they have rallied together and stopped them? I mean, they could have tried, but a lot of them probably wouldn't have made it because they were armed and Africans, black people, really wasn't.
I'm gonna give you a bit of history off that part. Our own people sold us to be slaves to the
Oh
states.
yeah,
And two, the people that decided to revolt, they took the ship down with them. There is a record of 5 ships. Oh wait, no, less than 5 ships that didn't make it to the states because they were the warriors of the tribes, and they said, "Fuck you, you ain't chaining this up. We're gonna take y'all down with us."
right.
So it's all over the scope. Like literally, will I say it was a choice? Yeah, a little bit, but you gotta understand that that choice got less and less as a choice the closer you got to the states.
Right.
It was more of a choice when you were on your own homeland and you're sitting there walking in a chain gang, getting to the ships. Y'all know the terrain better than them. Y'all could have literally choked them out and disappeared, took the guns, and rallied right there if they had that mindset. And 80% didn't.
Mhm.
And then this is when the video goes crazy. I'm about to spark up Zog. We about to go to the young boy shit.
Alright.
But like for real though, this is reality. I'm talking to y'all. Everybody, I'm not calling him crazy because he honestly did say the truth. It's just how he said it that made everybody go fucking
I
nuts.
don't feel like it's how he said it. It's because they want to hear the message, just not from that messenger.
Yep.
Yes. But
Exactly.
but people still think I'm crazy if I sat there and just said just straight in one sentence it was slavery was a choice. I'll still get looked at like I was crazy.
I feel like anybody that says shit like that, anybody, hell, Umar could fucking say that shit, and they'll look at him. Black people will turn on his ass so fucking quick
Hmm.
from every podcaster, from every social media person will talk down on Umar or anybody else that self claim themselves to be a black activist and really fighting for the race and shit. Anybody. It ain't even just Kanye. He said some outlandish shit in a lot of people's ears, but that's just outlandish to a lot of people, a lot of black people that think, okay, this nigga's crazy for that bullshit. That nigga is crazy. Thinking out the box is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We all have to follow the same story. We all got slaved up in 400 years ago. We're the main targets of police brutality, and other races don't fuck with us no matter what we do or how much education we get or how much money we get. People will still look at us as shit. We're always the victim. So that's just the main black idealism, and every black person has to keep it. It has to be, because that's what we've been indoctrinated to think. Like, we don't think about how, like what you said, a lot of black people don't know that, like, some of those ships didn't make it to the U.S. and shit, because they're not gonna think that far back. They're just gonna know they're oppressed from then to now. These are the people that died, if they even know, fly people that sacrificed for us, and
Mm-hmm.
that's just what it is.
Because I'm just saying, there's a lot of people that did have the mindset to fight back then. Fight or flight has been an instinct in human beings since the dawn of creation.
Yeah.
It's always been a fight or flight instinct. And and the people that chose to be slaves, I'm not dissing them because I wouldn't be here if they
Right.
didn't make that choice.
Right.
I wouldn't be here right now saying this. So the ones that did make that choice, I understand you wanted to go for survival, so you chose to fly. People that chose to fight, I respect you too because you stuck to your morals as a human being. So at the end of the day, yes, it was a choice, but at the same time, that choice became less and less viable when you got to where they are based and have more weapons, more whips, more blades. Like they are right here ready. Y'all are on a ship surrounded by nothing but water and sharks, and you only got like 10 to 30 of them on there. And there's 150 of y'all on that ship. Y'all can dare to do it if you want.
And that,
And three ships decided to.
Real
and
talk.
that's what I think. Like, what if, I just think sometimes, like, what if black people all just stayed in Africa and all the white people just stayed in Europe, and everybody just stayed on their part of the earth that they come from originally?
I feel like we would have been good because we would have had all that jewelry and all that, stuff that we had before we was taken away from it. Because from my understanding of my history, from what I studied, I felt like we was good living lavish where we was at before they came and chained us the fuck up.
Hmm.
Honestly, certain parts of Africa, yes, certain parts no.
Yeah, because a lot of them, a lot of parts, people not gonna talk about those parts, but certain parts of Africa, they're drinking animal blood, and they're really for that survival mode shit.
Yes,
Like, they're really hunting their food, their next meal and shit.
yes,
So a lot of niggas now, they're not built for that. A lot of
no,
niggas now in the States, they're not built for that.
no,
They're
they're
not gonna
not.
do that. But if we stayed with where we came from, that would have just been everyday life for them. And with the Europeans, they would have just been where how they've been surviving for the years, and just being wearing their tight clothes and just wearing their funny hairstyles and just been doing them over there. So everybody would have just been consistent of how they've been living. That's it.
I got backwood in my hand right now. We got, just take this time out, Zah Mob, if y'all listening, man, we just want to give it up to Zah World, man. He just reached over 10,000 views, man. He got 109 going on 110 subscribers. He got over 100 videos posted. He's over 10,000. He's at 11 going on 12,000 total views, man.
Hmm.
How's it feel, bro?
I just feel good that I'm able to just be able to provide for the people that's rocking for me, rocking with me and shit. Just provide quality content and just bring it up every single day, and just get my best effort every day on YouTube for people to just watch and relate to and just vibe with. Cause I have my moments where I pause the videos and I just try to give an honest outlook, as honest as I could give it on my channel. So, you know what I'm saying? Just go check that out for all the insightful words of me and the good content that I'm reacting to. And maybe I'll put you on to something that you never thought to watch before.
Be proud of you, bro. And
There you
it's the
go.
only, like, it's only the beginning for us, man. Like, we literally, Like just started recording like fucking what? We started recording
And
4 5 months ago, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
like around February 12th.
And then just started posting on YouTube and like you know what I mean, March, April. So we still in the early phases and we getting a lot of engagement. World going crazy. We about to have the MJ talk popping for the summer. Three Truths is going crazy. Everybody, you know, is getting good responses. You know, Mo at his job and in his life, he got people coming to him. I got people saluting me, you know, telling me they, you know, proud of me and they gonna support. Zah got everybody from his hood rocking with him, you know what I mean? Got
And
the
people that I don't even know talking about they gonna subscribe to my videos and refer and share my videos to other people. That's just that kind of feeling to know that you just people just genuinely fuck with you. That just makes you motivates you to just do more and put out more and just grow that audience, you know?
And even when Mo texted us in the group chat saying how, you know, people were saying how they listened to the last video and, you know, they asking when the next video gonna be posted, man. Like that's what we do this shit for. We do this shit for the fans. We do this shit for the love, the passion, you
We
know what I
love the
mean?
energy. Keep it going.
Yes, sir.
Like we really and I say this in damn near 99, 90 to 95% of every video we recorded, I always give y'all at least a minute to a minute and a half of just saying how much we love y'all. We wouldn't be nothing without the likes, the comments, the engagement. We ain't nothing without our fans, man. We
Not
not
at
nothing
all.
without our supporters. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Gotta show love.
we nobody without them. So shout out to, you know what I mean, shout out to the Zah Mob, shout out to everybody that's fucking with M Speaks Reality, Wisdom from Jai, Vibes with Zah. Shout out to everybody that's rocking Three Truths, whatever Three Truths you live by, man. And I just want to see us keep winning, man, because we gaining a lot of progress and summer ain't even start yet. So I'm
Hmm.
feeling great about this, you know what I mean? I've been happy ever since the first day we started recording. And at this point, you know what I mean? I'm not even mad or upset if I post a video and it might not get as much engagement or views than the last one. I'm just enjoying the growth. I'm enjoying the trial and error. I'm enjoying,
The journey.
yeah, like I'm enjoying learning. Like, all right, when we talk about this, y'all flock, but when we talk about this, y'all ain't really flocking. All right, cool. It lets me know in the future this is what we gotta post. This is what's relevant. This is what needs to be talked about. But every video we did, I felt like the chemistry has gotten more and more better. We had a talk off the record, you know, and I just said, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Do y'all feel like, you know, I may have been, you know, overstepping or I've been doing too much? And we just had an honest conversation. Y'all was like, yeah, bro, I feel like you cut us off a couple moments. Can you just, you know, work on just letting everybody get their views and let they three truths out? And I've been doing that. And small stuff like that is why we gonna be great. Small stuff
100%.
like that is why we gonna get to the next level because we're at the bottom on our way up and we can still deal with adversity and we can still have discussions, agree to disagree, and move forward in a positive way.
Right.
And to me, I don't look at that as nothing but a good thing. We don't argue,
100%.
we don't fight, you know what I mean? We don't bigger. We literally brothers that could just have a conversation and discussion and we could literally make the flaws better, improve on the things we need to improve on, and just build.
Hmm. It's all everything is baby steps. Everything ain't just gonna be all put together in just a couple of videos. It requires growth.
I could have been like everybody else in Gen Z and said I was too big for the program on some proud family shit. We all make it as a group, but then once it come to getting signed, now I'm just gonna flock and do my own thing. I could have easily been bigger than the program, but I'm selfless. And I want to do anything that's gonna take this brand to the next level. Whether it's something I need to adjust, whether it's something Mo need to adjust or Zah need to adjust, whatever it's gonna take for us to get to that generational 6, 7, 8 figures, I'm all for it.
Word up.
100%.
No matter the cost, you know what I mean? No matter how much time it take me. I don't care about, you know, sitting in the lab editing for 6, 7 hours straight, 4 or 5 days out the week. I don't care.
Hmm.
And I'm not saying I don't care like I don't care about it. I'm saying I don't care far as in I'm not bothered by the grind. I'm
Hmm.
not bothered by what Zod is referring to as in the journey. I'm not bothered by it.
That's the best part. The best part is more the journey and what it takes to get towards your goal than the actual goal. Because once you're there, you feel happy that you made it and you're there, but then you just reminisce about the times that it really took all the time and energy you had to put in to get where you at, and all this other shit. You start to miss it, and you miss the hustle. Right. That don't mean just stop where you at and then just think you all safe sailings and shit till you reach your goal. You gotta keep that shit going. But
100%.
it humbles you to just remember all the times where you had to put in for videos, edit this video, put time in. It just humbles you.
The one thing I can honestly say that I will miss once we get to that successful moment is what we doing right now. The fact that we can record, it's quiet, you know what I mean? It's calm. I'm not saying we're not going to be able to record calmly or quietly. I'm saying that I'm going to miss I'm going to miss the lifestyle of being a regular person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna miss the lifestyle of being able to just go pick up some backwoods at 1 a.m. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
ain't gotta worry about being seen or somebody fucking recording me. Say, oh yeah, we just saw Zyworld and from we saw Zyworld from Three Truths. Yeah, 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 yeah. It looked like he had on some fake designer. Like I don't like, you know what I mean? I would never want that. People was taking pictures of J. Cole at Chick-fil-A. Like, yeah, he down bad. He just sitting at Chick-fil-A with no jewelry and a COVID mask. Cole broke now because he's at Chick-fil-A. He like a
And
normal
plus
person.
he been moving like that. He wasn't real materialistic before and shit. So you can't just be like, oh,
He
he
sold his
down
car and
bad.
got a bike.
Yeah.
It's videos you see of Cole and Drake. Listen to what I just said. It's videos of Cole and Drake back when Drake just had the low little curly top and Cole just had the dark Caesar haircut. And them niggas was in the store buying their own CDs. And the only thing I think Cole had on was just a long 26, 28-inch chain and a watch. He's
Mm-hmm.
never been flashy. Like
Over the top.
he's never been like lavish. He's never been that nigga where you seen Cole, you're like, yeah, Cole put that shit on. No. And I'm not saying that in a bad way.
He don't give
Nah.
a fuck.
He
That's
just
not
being
his
himself.
speed.
When you see Cam, when you see Mace, you see a nigga like Fab, Jim Jones, them you gonna see them, they gonna like, yeah, they gonna put that shit on.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna let you know they got money.
And when you see Busta Rhymes, he's gonna wear a chain bigger than the last one that you seen with.
A fat ass Cuban link chain, custom made.
So it's just like I'm not. It's nothing wrong. And if you listen to this and you ain't got no ice or no jewelry, there's nothing wrong with being a black tee, Wrangler jeans type of dude. There's nothing wrong with that. You just gotta be able to have a good game, a lot of money, and a good personality to make up for the lack of drip.
And at the end of the day, if you the type that you into jewelry and you not trying to be out here on no Johnny Dang or going to the jewelry store to get your jewelry, it don't matter. If you go get your chain from Amazon or some shit, then as long as you wear the shit right and don't just put it on with no mid ass outfit, you good.
Word up. And when I was, and I think I said this before, but if I didn't, when I was watching BMF, Michi was around the ball. He was like, "Yo, bro, why you got that fake ass chain on?" He said, "My kid got it for me. He think it's real." So you know what I mean. That's what it's all about for real. For outside this drug, sex, money shit, and that was real shit. That nigga was
Mm-hmm.
sitting there with fried fucking 400,000 in his crib and another 800,000 to a million drugs that ain't been sold yet. And this nigga got a big ass fake medallion chain on that his kid got for him, but his kid think it's real, so he wear it for his kid. That's real nigga shit
Mm-hmm.
over a nigga that's wearing some shit that's fake and he's saying that it's real diamonds. You know, I don't respect that. I respect the nigga that's wearing fake shit. He said his son got it for him. That he do it for his kid. He ain't doing it for none of you niggas. He ain't doing it to say my daughter got me this watch. I was about to tell my daughter she got me a fake watch. I would wear the watch for her. That's
Mm-hmm.
real.
Man, I'm the type of father, I don't give a fuck. Call me what you want. If my daughter had sat here and put in time to buy me a watch that, all right, let's say this shit is like on some bright color shit, like yellow or blue or really
Let's say that
or
shit just
pink
had
and shit.
like it had a yellow band but a pink face.
Yeah,
Like
it's
on
not.
some Mickey Mouse shit. But it's a man's watch. And she done got it from Walmart or something.
Mm.
And she just like, yeah, I got you this watch, Dad. She like 4 or 5.
If that shit puts a smile on my daughter's
You're gonna
face,
wear the pink
I'm gonna
watch.
wear that shit as much as I can. Let her know that I appreciate it and shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
And you just spoke from the perspective of a real person, not a real father, a real person.
Yeah,
100%.
I always want my kid to feel like daddy appreciates the love that she gives me. Cause you know what I'm saying? What parent wouldn't want to do that for their kids? Let them know that they appreciate them just as much as you appreciate them. It goes both ways. So that's just my insight as a father. You know what I'm saying? A real person that really thinks for themselves and all that shit.
100%. That's all I can say is put respect on his freaking name, cause like people don't understand this nowadays. They be like, "Oh, kids don't know nothing. I'm gonna wear what I want." Get out my face. If
And I
your
hate that.
child gives you something, respect them. Like literally, what happened to the days your kid draws you a drawing, you slap that shit on the fridge, you slap that shit on your car. Like, what happened to them days?
Y'all ready to get the people what they've been waiting for?
Go
Yes,
ahead.
sir.
So what's going on with this Durk Youngboy academic shit?
That shit was just random. That shit. I mean, you had the issues there already, but just for academics as to be in it, mixed up in it, is just like. And I thought they both mutually liked them.
Everybody in the comments, Instagram, YouTube, they say it that this shit is just for clout for the album sales.
Publicity stunts. Straight publicity
Am
stunts.
I wrong or am I right? Was Youngboy or was Youngboy not in the video? Hands wide open, nice white tee that he looked like he literally just got cleaned by his local dentist. Stop the violence. Everybody stop the violence. And then proceeds to make 4 to 5 more albums. Dissing every, and for him to be the biggest troll, he like, alright, Dirk, you gonna sit there and drop on Friday knowing I just dropped 2 weeks ago? Alright, well, I'm dropping. I'm dropping the same day you dropping. And he names it Riches Up. Like, dude, you're not stopping the violence.
Sales. That's all
It's
that shit is for.
like, at the end of the day, I don't know if these niggas really at war or if it's a publicity stunt. Like, part of my brain is making me feel like, Jai, these two niggas don't got no problems with each other. And if they did, it was in the past. They didn't got no problems with each other anymore, and they just sit here trolling each other now just for sales because they know at the end of the day, Young Boy no Dirk ain't gonna do nothing, and at the end of the day, Dirk no Young Boy ain't gonna do nothing because Young Boy was just in jail fighting for his life.
Nigga, they
So
made real life scenarios, real life issues into a marketing scheme.
Yes.
That's all that shit really
So you
did.
feel like they are using real shit that happened, Vaughn. They're using real songs that was made. Aha, fuck. I hate Young Boy. They're using real actions for a play.
Yeah,
Yes.
So when you see it, you like, oh nah, they really was beefing. They with somebody that damn he did have to go pick his man's up. It makes it look like it's really real and it's really fake. Are
yeah.
100%.
we watching some WWE shit?
Yes.
Like they coming out every week with the script, like they know what they supposed to say. Go on the gram, do your little dance, like it's all marketing and plan.
Yeah.
Dirk, you
Yes.
say Dirk, you say the tweet, young boy ignore it. Dirk say the tweet again, young boy gonna call the nigga old. Dirk say another tweet, now young boy lie, sitting here dan and it's the same shit every time.
Yes.
Exactly.
Now
All
it's
those.
about my fault. Now it's about who's gonna sell the most on the same day.
Yes.
Yeah. All those. All those hits that's been put out. All of those different casualties that happens. That's just more, more props for the act.
I
That's
cannot
just.
deny the fact that the music has been phenomenal since the beef, but it's ridiculous.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's been since rap and R&B history when two artists beef, their sales skyrocket.
It's my third time out. I ain't got no more remaining. The only thing I can say to what you just said, and I ain't saying that it's cap, but
Biggie.
When Ti and Lil Flip, Biggie and Tupac, Nas and Jay Z, 50 Cent and Ja Rule, when niggas was beefing, It really was beef. It wasn't no publicity stunt. Don't get me wrong. Some niggas was doing that, saying they got locked up and shit and they did. But
It
when
wasn't
niggas was
then, but
beefing, it was
now
real.
they're seeing the numbers. Now the niggas are seeing the numbers from that and using that to get those numbers.
But it's not real beef anymore.
No.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yes.
Those niggas that I just said was real. That was real beef.
Yes.
Real
Fuck the
issue.
music. Fuck all the you a wankster. These niggas really didn't. Even 50 Cent said it. And I saw his face when he said it. He was just like, just. No, I really just don't like that guy. I really don't like that guy. Like, this nigga's a fake wannabe Tupac Shakur. Like, and when I saw his face, I said, that's not a face of a man hating. 50 really, genuinely don't like. That's real beef to me. I'm not encouraging it, but if it's real,
being real about it.
Thank you.
You saying just be real with it.
A majority of 50 Cent's beef be real.
Yes.
Like when he said he really don't fuck with Ross, I believe he really did not fuck with Ross.
I'll take it a step further. The nigga made a song How to Rob, and How to Rob was how he got on. Because he dissed every motherfucking rapper that was relevant at the time in the game.
And
Yes.
Gucci and Jeezy.
Yep.
He
That
told
shit was
niggas
some
I
real
rub.
shit.
He told niggas I rob pun without a gun, snatch his piece and run. This nigga weigh like 500 pounds. He ain't gonna catch me. He dissed everybody. He dissed Jadakiss. He dissed Foxy Brown. He did not give a fuck. To me, I respect that because if 50 got a problem with somebody, he got a problem with you. He's not gonna make it seem like we cool for this internet shit. He's not gonna do the little pictures with the dudes, crooked deuces up. Like, no.
He gonna speak on it.
The point I'm trying to
That's
say
why they
is
literally call him the bad guy at rap at that point, because he really did not fuck with a lot of New York artists.
the point I'm proving. It's not real no more. Soulja Boy and Drake, that wasn't real beef. Drake and Meek, that was like 50% real beef. It was getting there. I'm not gonna lie. It was really getting there, especially when Drake was really riding through Philly playing AR-AB and really going to shows playing Drake's Summer 16, and he's playing that shit over and over. I couldn't imagine how Philly must have
Drake
felt.
was
You know
instigating
what I
to be
mean?
real.
Yeah.
Drake was instigating it to be real beef.
Like, cause you were looking for revenge, and they putting that shit on, and everybody bopping in Philly, bro.
Yes.
When I was seeing the videos, and he just got on all black with the do rag, chain, and watch on, bro. He was in Philly playing his shit, and that shit looked like he was in Canada. Like how the crowd was vibing with him.
Yes.
And shit, he even said that whole, what was it, an NBA All-Star game where he told Kevin Hart, man, your city's losing. Your city's losing right now.
Come on, like listen to what I just said.
And
Drake
my thing
was in Philly performing his songs in Philly. You would have thought that crowd was Canada. He's in Philly riding around bumping AR-AB, and AR-AB co-signing.
Yes.
At that point,
And it
that's
even
when I
got
thought
worse.
that nigga was gonna, Mill wasn't gonna bounce back from that shit.
He wasn't. He wasn't. At that point, no.
But championships, that helped him.
He had to humble himself. He had to get the hits back out and shit.
He had to
just
get back
be
to
back
himself.
on again.
And what does he do to restore and bring his career back to life? Who does he go do a song with?
Drake.
See what I'm saying? It's not beef. That's not beef. That's 50% beef. Even if niggas really what's my man's name? What's my man's son Miller?
Oh, Quinn Miller.
They really did say they put hands, feet, and elbows on that nigga in his footage out there.
Yeah, the cases fucked them up.
If that is real, that is 50% beef. But for you to do a song with the nigga that put you in hibernation mode, it all goes into that video when I said the nigga get punched in his mouth, and now that's your man's, and that's your day one the next day.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. If you want to keep making money and shit, that's your man's. He probably hate him behind closed doors, but in public, he fucks with that nigga the long way.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna name 3 rappers, and I can guarantee you they will never have beef together all together. Drake against Kendrick and Cole. Them 3 will never have beef. 100%.
Because at one point,
Even if it's for clout, they will not have beef.
Drake lost the beef to Pusha T.
Huh?
Drake lost the beef to Pusha T. He lost.
Saw that coming.
He lost.
I saw that coming.
Now, see, a lot of
that might be his only loss. That might be his only
That's
loss.
his only L.
He might be at 81-1. He might be 88-1.
Rap wise, he lost, but in public,
but public opinion, he didn't.
Shit,
oh no, he was winning.
He was winning. Came out, that shit didn't mean shit.
Yes.
But the blackface, the baby, the Adidas line that
That
you was
had me
gonna
like, what
name
the
for your
fuck?
child, and then the stripper baby mom. Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Story of the D-Don was crazy. That
Yep.
shit was the shit for a week. But
Yep.
like I said, after Scorpion came out, a lot of people said, you know what? That shit, he lost that shit, but we still fuck with this album.
I'm not
Yes.
saying that loss diminished his career, but
It wasn't going
They
nowhere near.
downplayed the loss.
he was on yes, he was on some Floyd shit. He was undefeated.
Yes.
Every rap bet you bet is you better than Kendrick? He showed it. Is you better than Cole? He showed it.
Mm-hmm.
Is you really gonna be able to hit Meek with the bars? He can hit Meek with the bars and still sing to the bitches and it still be a good diss song.
Yes.
How? He showed it.
Look at you
And they
embodied by a
Pu-
singing nigga.
and they
Pusha
thought
was
that
the
he was gonna Meek Mill that nigga, and everybody was hyping that shit up, but
he lost.
he didn't.
And he said it, and he was just like, yeah, like he got me, like when it comes, he felt like he didn't lose on bars, but the fact that Pusha announced he had a kid, Drake was on some shit like I get it, like that's how low you had to do, or that's how low you had to go to get the win, but you got that, but look at where your career's heading, like look at where you going. I personally, I grew up listening to the clips and all that, and to see how people really are. He's basically saying, Pusha T, I looked up to you and I really thought you was one of the biggest dope dealers, and you really are turned out to be a fraud. I don't fuck with you. It ain't even Drake. Not I don't even think Drake was even mad about the baby thing. I think Drake was mad about the fact that one of your favorite rappers might not be who he thought he was. This nigga Drake really thought that Pusha T
What did Cole say?
false prophet.
There you go.
But this nigga Drake really did think Pusha T and all them was really like really the drug dealers of East Coast. Like but he really believed it.
He can believe it.
That's
Hell
crazy.
yeah. For a lot of niggas, they gotta be like, oh yeah, I made a sell one time. Now I'm really pushing it
And
for real. And that nigga, you gotta hear every Pusha T song. He
still to this
always
day,
I know.
Diet Coke.
I was
I
just about to
Nigga,
say
know.
that
what
you
the
ordered
fuck?
Diet Coke. That's a
Like, come on, nigga. You been doing this shit for years. Like, you
Yes.
ain't gonna switch
Detroit
up the
nigga
flow.
challenge. What's your dope? What's your
Dope
dope like in
like
2023? That's what you coming
In
with,
that
Push.
nigga's head, he
yes.
probably like, if it ain't broken, don't fix it.
He already
It's
said it.
like,
He said, "I'm not worried about making the music that they want me to make to get. I'm going to make the music for my fans that like my rap and my bars." So for you to say, like you said, and I swear that on everything I love, that was the song I was thinking of. For you to still be pushing that out, it's like you still want to give that dope music for the
Yes.
niggas that's 45 that's still out here slinging. They definitely bumping that.
Yes,
Niggas
they
that's in
is.
caddies, they definitely got that on play. I
Yes.
know they do. I don't need to be around
Niggas and caddies and suburbans. They is bumping that shit. 100%.
and they can say it's new. Like, yeah, he just dropped this in like, yeah, he dropped this in like March, April 22. So you can't say it's old, but it's like
Yes.
it's giving old vibes.
Yes.
mm,
It was hitting for him. He
it
still got a
is.
fan base.
But
So
but
That's like
the
the same line with Ross and shit. Like, a lot of people not really gonna bump the whole 2010s, 11s, that Aston Martin shit, or that
but I can't.
Santorini Greece and
But
shit. That's more the old
I can
head.
give to Ross that Ross had a good run. But like
yes.
you saying,
And plus, shit, when they found out that he was really a corrections officer and he just copied a nigga's life that really was the character he's portraying, they at a certain point they just like fuck it. He's
I,
still Ricky Rose, so shit.
I remember when he said, I think of Big Meech, Larry Hoover, they said the real Big Meech was mad. At that time, I didn't know
Hell
nothing
yeah.
about Meech.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's later on in life and I'm grown now and I'm seeing shit. I'm like, damn, Ross, you was a correctional officer portraying yourself as a nigga that rappers wanted to be. Like, you were not that, you was not that. Like, and he had a good way of really giving it off like he was just this champagne dawn little Biggie type, and it was like
And that
he
shit and the more I
Oh, I
look at it,
guess.
that shit look risky like now because those are real powerful niggas. Them's is niggas that's like really plugged in.
is drill rap dying?
Drill rap.
Like is drill rap
Mm,
no longer the trend?
Oh, drug rap.
I said drill rap.
Oh, drug rap.
it still is.
It's getting repetitive, but for the younger generation, that's the shit right now. It's like how Chicago drill was for a lot of niggas back in like 2011, 2012 and shit. It's just like that again.
I
So
feel like samples are in full effect where they're taking songs that was a song and just
throw any bars on it.
Coil Ray.
Yeah.
Cause every artist you see now, rapper, singer, always gotta have a drill beat now.
And every
Mm-hmm.
Ron Suno song I hear is definitely for some song that you used to hear when you was a kid. You like, yo, this nigga really put this. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all these niggas with this drill shit right now, Fabio Foreign is really eating off of this shit right now. Anytime somebody needs a drill song ASAP, real quick, they hitting up Fabio every time because that's the
Fabio
main
is
thing.
crazy. Fabio is crazy.
Nigga, look at
Fabio.
Good. I gotta
they
hit you with
made a
this.
quote unquote New York anthem as a drill song, and who was
Yeah.
the main three? Kanye, Alicia, and Fabio.
Mm-hmm.
Fabio is in. Who got a Fabio song feature? Nicki Minaj. You got. I'm pretty sure every rapper you just ain't hear from a minute, they all hopping on Fabio to make a drill song with him. So what I'm saying is he's like really, I ain't gonna say the
He the
pioneer of this
godfather of
shit,
drill music right now.
but he's really winning with this shit
He's the
right now.
godfather right now.
Like and
Or
then
you giving him
they
that
got
title?
plenty of drill artists that I fuck with. Dusty, Shaek, well that nigga, y'all should
I know
know
what you
about
saying. I
Shaek.
know what you saying. Like K
Yeah,
Flock
Dusty,
niggas. Yeah.
fucking. They had K Flock. They have like just
Ron Suno.
DP Osama, um,
What's my man name on
B Love, fucking
yeah, B Love.
shit,
Shout out to B
B
Love.
Love, and fucking well Ji,
I know
he
what you're
just did a
saying though. They
drill
got a
song.
scene. They got a
Yeah,
scene. They got a
everybody is on
vibe.
that shit right now. So it's just, and they even doing that shit in Jersey now with the whole like on some club shit, but turned
I ain't
into
gonna
some
lie. I
drill
ain't gonna
shit.
lie. Even the baby just dropped a song that was given Jersey Club. Jersey Club. I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
ever since Drake did that shit, niggas was like, yo, we could really do something with this Jersey
yeah, they
Club. Yeah.
upping that shit now
That's
because Jersey Club been
terrible.
around, but now they just the whole drill scene just pushed it now. So now it could
Mm-hmm.
get more like more party music type shit again.
Yes.
Because after a certain point, Jersey club music was the shit back then.
Oh
But
no,
Yes, it
now
fuck
was.
was this shit? That was everywhere. Like
Yes.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. So
everybody trying to
now,
get a wall, get on the wall, let a girl do a little dancey dance. You just sit there. You know what I mean?
yeah. So Jersey keep going the way they going.
Bo, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
Hell
go
about.
back
yeah,
to the
bro.
wave
Like
again.
yeah.
So shit, go Jersey.
Shoulders on wall, lower back extended out, feet planted, 10 toes down like you Chief Keef, and you got the lean gut sitting out. You just standing there.
Lean
Yeah,
back like
Ron
you half drunk.
Suno. Like
Word up.
a lot of niggas is really making careers out of this shit.
But
Even
Yes.
I
niggas,
ain't gonna lie. Shout out to, like you said, shout out to Ron Suno though, because he really is taking this drill beat, TikTok, Gen Z shit, and he's just taking this shit on steroids to a whole nother level. Cause
Yes.
like,
Tyson that always playing that shit in his
man,
streams and shit.
it's like every song, like some songs be sound like Mexican beats,
Yes.
and that's another thing. Even Ron Suno and Dusty, they both got definitely hopped on some Spanish Afrobeat drill
Yes.
beat. What
Yes.
the
hmm
fuck?
Nigga, you got niggas in other countries, the UK, fucking
That's a whole nother conversation. Them niggas love this drill rap, get sturdy
hell
shit.
yeah, bro. Like that, like that's the shit now. Like, but them niggas over there, they really like put on the mask and the glasses and the bubble jackets and shit. They really look like
It's
they.
bad when you got Woody from Toy Story, and he really know how to do the moves so good. It's like, why is Woody doing that? I don't give a fuck if this is a black person. You got Woody out here.
At a kids
I
party.
bet I sent him to heaven. That nigga looks, and the moves look so clean and crisp.
Spider Man. I
Ah,
even saw that
yeah.
shit on with Chuck E. Cheese and shit. How the fuck
Ah.
does this nigga? How the fuck does Chucky know how to be sturdy and do the
Ooh, yo, he's
whole?
hitting it on the nose. How do they know how to do these moves? These is '03 dudes, like '02, '98. I think Toy Story came out, what, '99,
Mm-hmm.
'97?
They getting with the time.
96.
Getting with the time. That's what the kids fuck with. That's what we gonna do.
You know what it
And
is?
it's not like illusion because I see these kids now. They really doing the Uzi
I
dance.
know
Yes.
what's going on right now, bro. It seemed like retro is in.
Yes.
You can really go get them shoes you ain't wearing since 2003. Get that leather varsity jacket that you used to wear back in '08 when Jay-Z was dropping an album. You can literally get all that shit out, dry clean it, and put that shit on.
Yes.
it's like a mix of the 2000s and the 90s and
Oh my
shit.
god, it's crazy.
Cause like you got
But
the
it's with
people,
it's 2000s and 90s with social media.
Yes.
yeah. Like everybody got a phone this time and AirPods and all that shit, but you could really wear a baggy ass sweatsuit and shit, and a do rag and shit, untied and shit, just free and loose and shit.
Shit coming down to your kneecap. Good
You can even
money.
wear jerseys and shit like that, like the baggy ones, not the fitted
You
ones.
could put the band-aid on your face. You could just be on some Nelly shit. They're gonna be like, oh, yeah, he just on his O2 shit. On his
Yeah,
O2 shit.
nigga, that shit is known as the. If you dressing like you in 2003, 2005 and
That's the
shit,
wave.
that's considered you on drugs heavy. You're a crackhead if you're still wearing that shit currently. But now that shit is normal. So somebody that could really be a crackhead and shit, they could get it. They could really pull it off and shit. Like I'm
So
just
you
looking
really
regular.
saying I can wear some baggy jeans and a long Vic jersey from '06 and I'll be valid as long as I got on some SB dunks or some
As long as
Balenciaga.
the
Yes.
shit, as
Oh,
long as this shit is color coordinated and you got some jewelry on you, it's good. He just That's just his vibe. He just wearing the that's his vibe. The baggy clothes and shit. But it
Hmm.
looks clean though.
it
I'm
don't gotta
fucking
be a snapback or a dad hat. You can wear fitteds if you want. Fuck
nigga.
it.
You could
We
wear
bringing buckets back.
nigga. If I want to be on some Redman shit and wear like a what was that Fat Farm, like a Fat
Oh
Farm
yeah, you
overall
go too
with
far.
Tim's and a white T-shirt underneath.
ENYCE
Don't gotta be fitted, just really
starter
baggy
jacket.
and shit, and the red Scully and shit over a little bit over my eyes. He just on his red and shit. He chilling, but it's valid though.
He talking about the lazy headband. Lazy headband with your hairline showing is crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised if niggas brum back that whole the way Ti used to wear his hats and shit tilted and shit.
And I be
If I
doing that
see
shit
niggas with
sometimes.
that shit,
I ain't
Oh,
gonna
you talking about Royal
lie, I be doing
Bandman
that shit
flow?
sometimes.
yeah,
Oh shit.
I don't do it to where it's about to fall, but I definitely do be wearing that shit where that shit literally just sitting on the crown.
now I'll be winded if I see
A nigga wearing that shit and it's like
45 in my
he
left hand, 9 in my
like
other
other hand.
hand.
Word up. He got his shit sitting right here on his damn eyebrow and it ain't even moving, but it look like it's about to fall. I know what he's saying.
nigga could have that shit and be like, nigga, when you see me in the streets, nigga, you
You
don't know
know
me.
me.
Dead ass, like I
With
randomly,
six brown rubber bands on his wrist.
Yes.
man, I could see it. And I was about to say some
Yo.
crazy shit. If I saw bitches dressing up like Missy Elliott from back in the
Yeah,
day,
it's time to go.
I'll be like, nah, like
But
y'all,
it's acceptable now
I
for them to
don't
dress
know,
like they in
man.
space.
Yes.
Like if I see you out here with a bubbly like suit like that bitch wore back in the day, I'm just gonna look at it like, damn, we in the end times for real. Cause ain't no fucking way you wearing this shit on the streets.
I remember I saw this.
Can't walk.
I remember I saw these North Face pants, and Buddy was like, yeah, you gonna wear that in the cold? I was like, nah, you don't wear that in the cold. I mean, you don't wear that in the snow. You wear that whenever, cause it's like, it just really just seemed like the style of clothing now is so weird. It's like the jeans is supposed to fit on the waist. That's cool, but as the jean go down, it's supposed to get baggier.
Bell bottoms.
And then you're supposed to put the big shoe. I don't know. That shit crazy. I don't know.
And for niggas, if you into the whole tight clothes and shit, you can really fuck around and look like you fresh out the 80s and 70s and shit now, and that's acceptable. Especially if you on the West Coast side of this shit right now, that shit that was considered weird before is cool now.
So you talking about going back Eddie Murphy Raw?
Yeah, like that's how
Niggas about to go
far.
back to like really '09 New Boys Jerk days, like red, green, skinny. Like this shit is crazy.
Hmm.
Nigga, like everything you saw in them sitcoms back from '05 and shit, when niggas had the big ass clothes and on some Steve Harvey show type shit, niggas is really coming back with that shit in full effect.
And guess what? And I think I said and brought this up into existence. Shout out to Cam and Mace. They got a sports show they do. And guess what type of clothes they wear every episode?
Yeah.
They wear suits.
Yep.
I really feel this is, and I ain't saying that's a bad thing, but like I said, if a nigga be like, yeah, like wearing suits and shit, that's the new drip, niggas gonna do that shit.
Yes.
And niggas really do that shit now. It's like more for like the grown men doing that shit for real, especially talking about the ones that's like that high value men and all that shit. They really be wearing the suits and shit for real.
Yes.
So they're gonna push that image like if you a nigga with money and shit, you gotta have a suit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just already in play. It's just basically whatever the fuck vibe you on and however you want to move, you could wear it with no slander. But before the years before, it was major slander. You look crazy.
You saying the year 2023 is the year where all errors is valid?
Yes.
All, yeah, errors like ERA.
Nigga, I'ma say around 2021 between 2022 is when that shit really started.
So that it don't matter if you dress like it's the 70s or '04, it's valid.
I'm gonna hit y'all. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
back to the suits thing. You wanna know how old that is? That's back in the 20s where there was really a rule for all men. You gotta have three suits in your life. One to party, one to chill, one to lay in. That was the rules. And niggas followed that shit.
Mm-hmm. Shit's changed,
It's
like,
because now we got the freedom to wear what we want, and now we just gave too many people a different access on how to fuck up, on how to like how to really fuck up clothing. Like they
yeah.
really gave people the access to really be like, all right, I'm gonna take these shoes, I'm gonna throw it in this liquid tie dye, I'm gonna let it dry, then I'm gonna put an iron to it, and then I'm gonna take this pink marker. It's like you giving people too much freedom to create bullshit, but people are
Yes.
buying this bullshit.
Yeah.
Yes.
If they see somebody else wear it online, oh, I bet that's the trend. I
They
gotta
don't even
get
gotta see
that.
somebody wear it. They just gotta see a picture of it online.
Yep.
And they'll go buy it.
Post a bunch of pictures in it, and that's it.
It's a domino effect. They throw a social experiment out. One celebrity wears it. Coil Ray's outperforming with red boots on and her legs out. Next thing I know, Fabio, Nick Dredd. Next thing I know, Ron Suno. Next thing I know, Drewski. And then it just got to a point where it was like, oh, okay, well, even Drewski had them on. I can get. It's literally just takes for people to see 4 to 6 celebrities wearing it or doing it, and it's cool.
Yes.
Yep.
Like all it had to take was a couple more people that do the little fingernail polish and the shit. But it only be like, Youngboy when he do the black nail shit, Yachty do his shit, Pump do his shit, pause. It's not enough though, you know what I mean? But if it got to a point where people was like, yo, like painting your nails, if people would have did it.
Mm-hmm.
People already doing it now off the little influence.
Yes.
But I feel like soon as it takes for a celebrity to be like, yeah, we rocking Air Force Ones now. You used to get clowned at a certain point if you was still out here wearing black Air Force Ones,
Mm-hmm.
or if you had them, they had to be low top. They couldn't be mid. Or now it's like, all right, you can wear Air Force now. G Fazo, okay, yeah, man. Why you got them New Balances on? New Balances popping. You got on a starter jacket. Now you can wear a Charlotte Hornet starter jacket with
Mm-hmm.
the snapback.
Yep.
It just doesn't make sense how it's like it go from it ain't cool to, oh well, yeah, yeah, Travis Scott had them on, Drake got them, and yeah, they cool. It's cool now.
Nigga, it's like that bull sweatsuit that Martin had in that one episode and shit. Shit like that is coming back now.
I agree.
All that shit is coming back.
100%.
And it's like we lived out all the different eras where baggy was in, when skinny clothes was in.
So you would think we gonna make our own lane? Nah, we just gonna combine everybody
Every
era, and this is what Gen Z is. Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
everybody. Everyone is the same, included. All that shit. Fashion now, especially if it's just some baggy ass sweatshirt and shit, but as long as it says Balenciaga, it's valid.
Yep.
Or some kind of designer to it. That's all it is about.
I honestly, I really don't care about fashion, but this shit just be looking spooky. This
Like
shit's always
you
looking
really got
spooky.
niggas out here like, you know, like Deion Sanders and you know, them really fashion get fly. Them niggas was wearing Gucci in like 94. Like,
Mhm.
niggas was been wearing Louis Vuitton. Niggas was been wearing, like, niggas was been wearing this shit.
Mhm.
Like, niggas like, what's my man? Pause. Like Joel's and Cam and all them.
Mhm.
Some niggas been was wearing that designer shit. Even Wallow and Killian them saying they was wearing designer in the 90s when they was robbing niggas.
Mhm.
This shit ain't nothing new. It's
It's
just
just
Taking
recycled.
over,
it's just
dog.
revamped.
I'll go with the ignorant word. It's gonna recycle. Everything been recycled.
The
And
one
probably
thing I'm glad that hasn't been a thing that was a thing is tucking your shirt in your pants.
I say that with undershirts like beaters.
Like the Will Smith Fresh Prince had the shirt tucked in the jeans, belt on. That's, you know what I mean?
Nah, I
The
can't
Rock
do that.
Dwayne Johnson 90s flow.
Can't do it.
That's the one thing I'm glad ain't come back.
Nigga, but I wouldn't be surprised if
If
that
it
shit
did,
came
yeah.
back.
It might.
Only niggas that's dressing like that is Chance the Rapper and Childish Gambino.
Yes. Yes. And sadly, I feel like it might be coming back in a wave.
Nigga,
Everything
every
we saying.
fashion trend that went out is literally coming back, but just in a more modernized version.
Like you
Yep.
said in the other videos, I think you was the one that said, or if I'm not mistaken, it could have been from a different situation, another platform. But this nigga Curry got niggas wearing Under Armour,
Yeah.
Yes.
like the shoes to play basketball.
Yes.
hmm Now I remember when everybody was like, "What the fuck are those?" and "Why the fuck you got them on?" But when Curry was starting to develop as a star, hitting threes and breaking numbers every game and shit, that's when they like, okay,
Based off of the hood and street politics, Nike, Jordan, Converse was acceptable, but they had just said you'd have been on some West Coast Ice Cube shit. So it would have been like 50-50. Nike, Jordan, Adidas was cool. Adidas was cool too. If you had Reebok on, they had to be Irisons.
Yes.
And other than them,
Those are
if
the top five.
if you wasn't wearing them, it was a violation. And
Yes.
the only exception would be you wearing Timbs or polo boots when it was cold out.
Yes.
But if you was wearing any other shoe brand that wasn't that, based off of street and hood politics at a certain point in time,
mm,
that wasn't valid.
and Reeboks and shit.
I said they had to be Irisons. Because if they
I'm
say
saying
what are
that's what I'm
those,
saying. I seen niggas that rock like the Shagnosis and like all the other
but
Reeboks and
niggas
shit.
would try to knock it.
$100.
If you would have said, yeah, these the answer twos or whatever, nobody say nothing. If you be like, yeah, these the Shaq noses, the blue and white, green and yellow Jones, niggas would have tried to violate. The same way
Yeah, as
with
long as it was like black and white and shit, it was
what's
valid.
what's the Jones called? The Griffins, the shit that had the 24 on the side, they was 50-50.
Yep.
One place you could wear, you could be cool, but maybe if you go to Maryland or somewhere in New York, they probably be like, nah. But Jersey, Delaware, you good.
Mhm.
But I know what you saying though. Niggas was wearing other Reeboks other than just the answers, and it was
Yeah,
still valid.
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Like shit. 80% of my shoes was always Jordan and Nike when I was growing up.
But I'm not saying like far as in relevancy to us, but just based off of how everybody like to judge it and or whatever, just growing up type shit. It's like you really had to just wear Nike, Jordan, Adidas, or Reebok.
Like freaking Reebok. Only had two pairs of Reeboks in my life, and besides the ones I bought recently. But honestly, it was either Nike, Jordan, or Tim's. That was it.
Like we live in a day
Growing
where it's
up.
acceptable to wear champion shoes. Like it's acceptable.
Champion in general. From the sweatshirt, sweatsuit. Nigga, there is no violation anymore. That's what I'm starting to get to.
You
Everything
could
is
wear
valid now.
Fila, you could wear Skechers, you could wear
The only thing that I
Vans.
know for a fact ain't, I can't even say that, but I feel like Fat Farm and Nietzsche, like all that shit to this day,
But it's
nah.
coming back.
But it's slowly
Cause some
starting
of
to
this
come back.
clothing that I'm looking at
Like True
is
Religion.
giving, but that ain't fall off. It's just been a little, what you would say,
Nigga,
six to
that
eight
shit
It's
year,
been
fell
on
off. It
eight
was
pause.
a
six to
couple
eight
It's been
years.
on
years,
pause.
No, it's what since what 2012.
Yeah.
like
It's been
2012,
on pause.
2013 and shit, because
10
everybody was
years. You
wearing
right.
it. Two
You right.
Chains, Chief Keef.
10 years.
That shit
You
was
right.
pushed everywhere. you had to have some true religion, either pants or a shirt or a jacket or a shirt or all of that
So
shit.
let me ask you this: did Nike fall off?
Hell no. Nike
Think about it.
shit.
Think about it. I remember a point in time where niggas used to wear 2, 3 pair of Nike socks just so it could be multiple checks. Where it had to be the Nike jacket with the pants, with the Air Max to go to it, with the dad Nike hat.
Hmm.
I don't feel like Nike is still Nike, but I don't feel like it's that thing that you see everybody wear compared to a time where I felt like everybody in the fucking world had at least one Nike shirt. I feel like I be going days and time where I don't see
You're
people wearing.
lowballing it. At least one. Nah, niggas had at least five
I feel like niggas
in their closet.
Nike Nike solidified their spot. A lot of people still gonna rock
Still
their shit.
solidified. I'm just saying, do you think they fell off far as in they was real relevant at one point? Right now, they're not as relevant, but they're still top dog.
I
They're
feel
still
like they
top dog. It's just not a lot of rappers wearing it and promoting it. That's all it is.
I feel like it's still around. Like it just got a lot more competition than it had before.
So
But
it's getting a little overlooked, but it's still doing what Nike do.
yeah, it's
Yep.
still gonna be there making money, but it's not probably gonna be as loud as another brand is at the moment.
That's all it is.
That's all the fuck it is. It's like a rapper that don't rap in years and shit or months, but you know for a fact they still making that bread with
Yep.
or without it. One rapper, Jay-Z.
Real shit.
That nigga don't ever got a rap a day in his life and he's still making money like it ain't shit. $4 billion.
He can come on a random feature if he wanted to. He just don't want to.
Zama, dig, man. Close us out, Zah World.
Man, you already know this was a Three Truths episode. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on this video and show love. You know what I'm saying? Show love to the MJ Talk, Three Connected, the Zah World, all the channels that's gonna be in the description box or on the feature channel. Just show love, man. It doesn't cost a thing to show love. And we just trying to provide good quality content for y'all the viewers to hear. So just be locked in and hit that post notification bell. Ding, and you already know what it is.
We better be out of here, y'all. Y'all show us some love right here. Respect the game, man.